Fitness and Finance, episode 12.
You have the desire, information, and understanding, but are still missing the steps to reach success. Welcome to Fitness and Finance, your guide to maximizing all areas of health and wealth to give you the quality of life you deserve. Brought to you by your host, Eric Smith.
Welcome back to the show. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day, your Friday. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you've had a great week so far. And a couple of things really fast. If you are here for the first time, welcome. I really appreciate you. Want to know if you are here for the first time, let me know how you found the show and your thoughts of the show. I appreciate the feedback, and you can go ahead and reach out to me through www.fitnessinfinance.com. So once again, that's www.fitnessinfinance.com. And please leave a rating and review on iTunes. And there's also Spotify. You can listen to the show as well, obviously. If you are here, you found the show. But please leave a rating and review on iTunes and set a time to talk on my calendar. I have my Calendly link available. And I'd love to hear what you enjoyed about the show, some of your thoughts, kind of get your feedback a little bit. But one of the things I want to talk about today is something so to kind of address a little bit of a situation. I talked a little bit ago about 75 Hard and what that was kind of all about, the challenge that I went through. And with that, you have two separate workouts that are 45 minutes each. So that's an hour and a half total. So some people are probably like thinking, hey, Eric, I don't have an hour and a half every day to work out. Maybe I have 20 minutes, maybe I have 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. Or maybe I just don't want to work out for that amount of time. Obviously, being part of that program is different, completely different ball game. But for those of you who feel like you just want to maybe start somewhere, one of the things I shared before in my original episode was the deck of cards workout and how I started that when I was really getting back into shape. And one of the things I do want to share that's some way along those lines or somewhat along those lines is something that I've used once I stopped working out with a trainer. So for those of you who don't know, there was a gentleman I had the show, Malcolm Marble, Mr. Just Too Nice. He was episode 9. So he was episode 9 that was released. And last week, Monday. So but I guess it doesn't really matter when you come to the show, but episode 9, Malcolm Marble, AKA Mr. Just Too Nice. He trained me for quite some time. He trained me for, I think it was about 8 or 9 months. And one of the reasons why we stopped training together was he took a different job and it didn't correlate with my schedule and kind of things how that worked out. So, and I also worked out with another personal trainer that he actually referred to me, Kayla Ham. She's actually a physical therapist, and she also ran track in college at Oregon State. They ran track together. So he introduced me to her, and I would train actually with both of them, work out with both of them, and they both had different approaches to like working out with me, whether it was balance stuff, whether it was like some different core things, strength, some stability, flexibility as well. So different styles, great trainers, both of them were. And her thing that was cool is because she's a physical therapist, obviously, well, they both know the body, but with her, you can kind of get that insight. So, and both of them work with professional athletes. So, I knew I was in good hands, obviously being a regular guy that likes to work out, exercise, stay in shape, and take care of my recovery. So they both are really big on recovery. And then another thing was when I stopped working with her, so I worked out with her a little bit after I started working out with Malcolm. And she ended up taking a job in a different part of the city because she actually was working out with me where she would train, was very close to where I lived, but she moved to a different part of the city, and then I was coming out here to Vegas. So, our schedule, same thing. Our schedules didn't match up, but she would send me workouts. He would actually send me workouts and, just keep kind of like an eye on my progress. But for those of you who don't have whether it's the money or whether it's the access or, anything that has to do with working with a trainer, sometimes that could be overwhelming. But that was my focus. I had some goals in mind. I had some things I wanted to work through, that I needed that assistance. I needed that trainer to help me get through those things. But if you're like, I'm just kind of getting started, what do I do? Well, there's an app called Freeletics. And so this app is a great app. It allows you to basically do different workouts depending on your time, your skill level, your strength level, and how much equipment you have. Whether you're at home, you have some equipment, whether you're at the gym, you can kind of do it either way, but it's geared mostly toward people to do at-home workouts, do those, quick workouts that can be done in 10 minutes, could be 10 minutes or less, really. But you can make them longer depending on how many rounds you want to do and things like that. So a lot of the things that you would do with this app, you can get a coach as well if you want to do that and have someone coach and hold you accountable, or you can just do the exercises, and through the app, you can kind of figure out, okay, this is what I'm going to do. It's a certain amount of, maybe one program is like a certain amount of burpees. So you do like burpees, you'll do some ab work, you'll do some lunges, you'll do squats, push-ups, things like that, a lot of body weight exercises. So you don't necessarily need all these weights, heavy weights. So one of them that I really, really liked, it was just kind of allowed me to, and it's all for time. So you do it based on time. I would kind of push myself and want to advance my time a lot faster, just want to get better, complete the whole workout as quickly as possible. And one of the programs is called Morpheus. So if you do download the app, I'm just sharing this with you. I'm not getting paid. Just thought I'd share this with you. So I'm just, it is what it is. But if you look at Morpheus, this Morpheus workout, you do push-ups, you do lunges, you do jumping jacks. So those are the 3 exercises you do. So you don't need any equipment. And there's 5 rounds. And so for those of you that do download it, you'll see it with me. You can kind of like see what I'm talking about. But for those of you, maybe you're driving or something like that, you're not in the position. To give you an idea, it's that first round, you'll do 5 push-ups, 10 lunges, 20 jumping jacks. So those lunges are alternating. So you'll go from, one leg, the right leg, and then lunge to the left leg. So front lunges. And then the second round, you'll do 7 push-ups, 15 lunges, and 30 jumping jacks. Then the third round, you'll do 10 push-ups, 20 lunges, 40 jumping jacks. The fourth round, you'll go back down. So you'll go back down to 7 push-ups, 15 lunges, 30 jumping jacks. And that 5th and final round, you'll do 5 push-ups, 10 lunges, and 20 jumping jacks. So you do that for time, and you try to do it as fast as you can. And you can do it, like, let's say it takes you, so for me, give you an example, I went through that whole program. The fastest I completed was 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So you can get a workout done in 5 minutes. Maybe it'll take you a little bit longer depending on your fitness level. Maybe, you're just kind of starting out. Let's say it takes you 7 minutes, right? Let's say it takes you 7 minutes. You can get a workout done in 7 minutes. You're getting your body moving, your heart rate up, really helps with that. But let's say you want to do more. You're like, oh, you know what? I like this type of program. I like doing the push-ups, the lunges, the jumping jacks. So you can do multiple rounds. It allows you to increase that volume level. So you can do it twice. And then, so for me, my personal best in doing that whole program twice was 8 minutes and 53 seconds. And then you can do it 3 times. So then my personal best for that was 13 minutes and 50 seconds. So you can get like a good amount of work done in 15 minutes or less. And at one point when I was doing it with a weight vest. So that'll really crank up the intensity. So let's say you want to get it done faster, but crank up the intensity. That's another way to do it and really push yourself. So obviously you don't want to start off like that because it's not something that you can really sustain, but it'll just kind of allow you to kind of build this up and kind of push yourself as you get in better shape. So I just thought I'd share that with you. There are other exercises you can do where you can do some pull-ups. It's like you have a pull-up bar. You can focus on lower body, some core workout where you're doing like mountain climbers, some sit-ups, some squats. So it's a great app. It's a great app. So for those of you trying to figure this whole thing out, you don't necessarily want to work out with a trainer. I know sometimes people, they get kind of overwhelmed going into the gym. They get overwhelmed in working with the trainer. Maybe they don't have the money. They don't want to spend the money. That's another thing. They don't want to spend the money. There's a lot of tools and resources out there. So this is a great resource to help you get in shape, just help you start off somewhere, because that's the most important thing, is just get started. And then once you get started, you build that habit, some of the things that we've talked about, that compounding, right? So you just create that habit and then you just do it over and over and over again. Next thing you know, you're in great shape. And then you get competitive with yourself in this, right? So you're like, oh man, I completed this whole thing in, let's say 9 minutes, 15 seconds. And you're like, okay, the next time I do it, I want to at least get 9:14. And then let's say you get 9:14. And then you're like, you know what, I can push myself a little further. Let's go for under 9. So you complete everything in under 9 minutes. And then you really challenge yourself. As you get in better shape, you'll be able to get through it a lot faster. So I wanted to share that. A real cool tool, a good app to use. And then also, one more thing is, there's another thing that I've used, a way to, like, let's say you have 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes. You want to work out that full 30. You block off 30 minutes to work out. So one of the things that I've done is, now this is for people, you can have an Apple Watch, you can have a timer, whatever it is. I use my Apple Watch because it also tracks my heart rate. If you have a Fitbit, I know, Fitbits are pretty popular. Whatever it is, that'll track your heart rate. But all you really need is a timer. So you can use a timer on your phone. And then what you can do, let's say you do your fitness level, you're trying to, get started again. Let's say you can do like 5 or so push-ups, like at one time. You can just crank out 5 and it kind of tests you a little bit, or let's say 10. So you just can like crank out like 10 push-ups. So you'll do 10 push-ups, and let's say you do 10 sit-ups. And then let's say you do 10 squats. So you do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. So you'll do that, and then you'll start off that. So that'll be minute 0. You'll complete that however long it takes you. Let's say if it takes you 30 seconds and it takes you up to a minute, then you're like, okay, I finished completing that in a minute, for example. And then at minute 2, you do it again. You do another 10 push-ups, another 10 sit-ups, another 10 squats. So maybe you do 3 exercises, or maybe you do 4 exercises. So you do that at minute 0 when you start it. And then once you look at the stopwatch, minute 2, you do it again. And then minute 4, you do it again. And then in minute 6. So you do it every 2 minutes up to that 30 minutes. That gets a lot of reps in. You'll get a lot of reps. It'll push yourself. Next thing you know, that 30 minutes just kind of flies by. So those are a couple of different techniques to use when exercising. whether it's through the app or you're like, you know what, I don't feel like doing the app. I got about 30 minutes, and you can just use that. And you can do different exercises. You can do, if you got weights, you can do curls. If you want to do calf raises, you can do calf raises. Whatever the exercise is, you can do burpees if you really want to challenge yourself. You can do, one of the things that I do and have been doing lately is I'll hold my arms, lateral, it's like lateral raises. So I'll hold my arms up and to the side and I'll count to like maybe 25 seconds. So I'll hold it there for the count of 25, then I'll bring my arms to the front of me. So I'm holding my arms in front of me for the count of like another 25 seconds. So you get those shoulder workouts. It's a shoulder workout too, because like it's those arm holds that you're keeping your arms up and you're holding your arms there. So for those of you that kind of see the video, I'm kind of demonstrating a little bit. That's probably why you can hear my shoulders popping, but just thought I'd share that with you. Some different tools, some different techniques to use that will really help on the fitness journey. So let me know your thoughts. Thought I'd share that with you a little bit. Hop on this Friday. So maybe bust it out this Friday night. Maybe you'll, bust it out Saturday morning. Don't really have much, going on. Maybe you're you don't have work or anything like that. You can bust it out over the weekend, and then let me know what you think. Let me know if, this really helps you. Let me know if you try it out. Let me know. So download that Freeletics app. It's a great app. I still have it on my phone, and sometimes I'll use it if I'm not doing one of those. Like if I'm not doing a challenge with 75 hard, and I want to get a quick workout, high intensity type of workout. So reach out with me, connect with me. I'm on Instagram. Tag me in your story at erikeugene.com, or sorry, at Eric Eugene Smith, excuse me. So ErikEugene and Eric Smith on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn as well, Eric Smith. I am on Twitter. I know I mentioned that last time. So it's Smitty and Smitty91926. So for those of you like, what does that mean? Reach out to me, send me a message, and I'll tell you what that really means. So there's a method behind my madness a little bit, but and go to www.fitnessinfinance.com. Please, would love a rating and review. Really appreciate you spending the time, especially if you listened all the way through this episode, gotten some, valuable information, and share it with a friend of yours. Maybe a friend who is really starting off on their fitness journey and is like, they're tired of not knowing what to do, where to start. This very, very small things can really add up. So share this with a friend of yours. Really appreciate you taking the time. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed evening. We'll see you back on Monday with another great episode. You really look forward to this one. The person you'll hear from, wealth of knowledge, a champion. She's been very successful in a lot of different industries. Don't want to spoil it, so stay tuned for Monday. You will get that episode 13, lucky number 13. So have a good one. We'll talk with you soon.